Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to level up the Season 6 Battle Pass. This video will be split into 3 parts. First of all, Cold War multiplayer, second of all, zombies, and lastly, Warzone. So if you need any specific game mode, just go ahead and skip through the video. I'll also be posting videos on the fastest way to level up your weapons in Season 6 and also level up in general in Season 6, so if you want to see those, make sure to hit that sub button. And as always, there will be a giveaway for 5,000 COD points. Go ahead and check the description or the comments for all the details. First things first, I would like to quickly run through the statistics on how the XP and how it actually works when you level up your battle pass. So every single minute you play in a game is 1% of a tier, and every single 1000 XP you earn is also 1% of a tier. For example, let's say I played a 10-minute game and I got 10,000 XP in that game. The 10,000 XP would be 10% of a tier, and the 10 minutes played would also be another 10% of a tier, which would be 20% altogether from that one game. Now I've talked statistics, now you guys have a little bit of an understanding on how it actually works. Let's go ahead and get in the best ways to actually do this in each game mode, starting off with Cold War multiplayer. So out of zombies, Cold War, and also Warzone, Cold War multiplayer is definitely the fastest way to level up your battle pass out of all of them. So if you want to focus on just leveling up your battle pass, Cold War multiplayer is definitely going to be your best bet. Now there are a couple of tips and tricks that I would recommend you guys doing to obviously make the most out of the time spent and the XP you obviously are going to earn in the shortest amount of time possible. So the fastest way to actually level up, what I have found, I've done the testing as well, is to obviously play hardcore, because in hardcore you get a lot of medals, and those medals are going to get you a lot more bonus XP. For example, whenever you play hardcore, you get a one-shot, one-kill medal pretty much every single time you get a kill. And this is going to get you a lot of bonus XP, because every single time you get a one-shot, one-kill medal, you do get an extra 50 XP. And all of those adding up is going to definitely add up and just get you a lot more bonus XP than if you were to play normal core. A couple of game modes that I would obviously recommend playing is Hardcore Nuketown 24/7 and Hardcore Face-Off 6v6. Hardcore Face-Off 6v6, in my opinion, is what you guys are seeing in the background, and in my opinion, it is definitely the fastest way to get XP, because the maps are the smallest maps in the entire game. These maps are literally the same size as maps such as Shipment and all of those kind of really small maps, and it's 6v6, so you're going to be able to get a lot of kills in a short amount of time, which is going to get you an absolute ton of XP. If you don't like hardcore, then you can just go ahead and play the same game modes on normal core, but if you do play hardcore, you are definitely going to get a lot more XP than if you were to just play on normal core. When it comes to zombies and leveling up your battle pass, it's probably the worst thing you can do. However, I know a lot of you guys really do enjoy playing zombies, so if you are one of those people, I do have a couple of tips and tricks on how you can get the most out of zombies in order to level up your battle pass. So the best way to level up your battle pass on zombies is literally to just try and go the highest round you possibly can. Just play it like normal, do as many of the in-game objectives / Easter eggs as you possibly can, and you're definitely going to notice a big increase on the amount of battle pass XP you're getting when you do play zombies. But like I said, it is definitely one of the worst options, so if you want to focus on leveling up your battle pass, I wouldn't recommend zombies. The reason I wouldn't recommend zombies is because it is a little bit different when it comes to the XP rates. For example, in multiplayer and Warzone, every single 1 minute played is 1% of a tier, and every single 1000 XP gained is also 1% of a tier. But in zombies, it's a little bit slower. It's around about half of that or even less. The next thing on zombies you need to be doing is playing Outbreak. Outbreak is literally full of objectives, side missions, Easter eggs, and so many things you can do in order to get XP. So if you really want to focus on getting XP when you do play zombies, Outbreak is definitely your best option. Like I said, there are so many different objectives. All you have to do is open up your minimap and just look around, and there's so many little side bosses, just like this one for example, or you can just go ahead and do the normal objectives and just follow where it tells you to on the map. It also works best if you do play zombies with a couple of friends. I would recommend getting a team, going on Outbreak, and trying to do as much objectives as you possibly can. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Warzone. So Warzone is a pretty good method when it comes to leveling up your battle pass, because obviously a typical game of Warzone lasts around about 15 to 20 minutes. You know, those are quite long game modes, so you're going to be able to get a lot of XP just from the time played. Now obviously the better you are at Warzone, the more XP you're going to be getting, because you're going to be lasting longer and also you're going to be getting more kills. So what I would recommend doing is obviously finding a good team to play with. Whenever I play Warzone, I pretty much always get in the top 5 every single game, and I win probably like 60% of my games, so I'm getting a lot of XP just from playing the games because they last a long time. And also I do manage to pick up on average about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 kills every single game as well. So obviously the more kills you're getting, the more XP you're going to be getting, and it's just going to be very, very beneficial if you have a good team. So what I would recommend doing if you don't have a good team, or if you don't have anyone to play with, go ahead and join my Discord. The Discord is linked in my description. There's 3,000 plus members in there at the moment, so there's plenty of people to play with. Whenever you do play Warzone as well, I would recommend you guys trying to do as many contracts as you possibly can. Bounties and all of those contracts are very, very good ways to get some quick XP. So for example, whenever I play Warzone, I do try and pick up a good amount of bounties every single game, especially on Rebirth. Rebirth is full of bounties and it's really, really quick to actually finish those bounties, and even if another team finishes those bounties for you, you're still going to be getting the XP for it. So a big tip is to run around and make sure to just pick up as many bounties as you possibly can, and try and do quite a lot of contracts each game as well. The more contracts you're going to be getting, the more XP you're also going to be getting. So contracts are a really, really good way to get XP. One thing I would definitely recommend doing is only playing Rebirth. At the moment, Verdansk is very, very dead. The map is way too big and it's a little bit boring. You don't really get that many kills each game and it is very, very slow. So I wouldn't recommend playing on Verdansk if it was me. You're going to be much better off just sticking to Rebirth. It's a lot faster. If you die, you can just respawn and you're going to be getting a lot more kills. You're going to be lasting longer and it's just going to definitely be a lot more fun. So I definitely would recommend only playing Rebirth. The next thing as well, if you don't like Rebirth and you do want to actually just chill for a little bit instead of playing Rebirth because it can be quite sweaty, what you want to do is come onto Plunder and literally play the objective. Literally, I know it sounds a bit stupid or a little bit boring, but the Plunder method actually works really, really well if you play Plunder how you're actually meant to play it. So what I would recommend doing is going into Plunder and actually trying to win the game. Literally, it works so well. If you load into Plunder, run around, do absolutely loads of contracts all game long, get as much money as you can, and actually try and win a Plunder match, you get so much XP because you're doing all those contracts, and whenever you play Plunder, you pretty much play the whole entire 25-minute game, so you're going to be getting so much XP. Definitely worth a shot doing. Anyway, that's been it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. If you got to the end, comment down chicken nuggets, and I'll see you guys in the next one.